games come thick and fast over in the Saudi Pro League with Al-Ittihad being top of the table, making it 4 wins from bloody 4. Will they make it 5 in a row? We're going to take a little look today. We're taking a look at match number 5 in this year's Saudi Pro League, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe button back and say all things Saudi Pro League related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We got it all here, boys, under one roof. Yeah, there's been a bit of crazy few days over in the SPL with 3 games spanning the course of around about 10 days. But it all comes to a bit of a halt after this weekend's action. That's right. International break is just around the corner, and the El Champions at top of the table, but will they still be there at the end of match number 5? We'll take a little look in a second. Of course, big shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are. But let's get into it. Take a little look how you got on, how I got on, of course, how we all got on last time around. Then, shall we kick it on off right here, right now, with a recap of the results. And as you can see from the tip of the top of the shop there, of course, Abha, 2-1 cheeky away win against Al-Fayha. Wehda with a 3-0 loss to Ittihad El Champions. Of course, they remain tip of the top of the table. Hilal with a 2-0 win over Ettifaq. I won with a 3-2 win myself. Not too shabby. Raed, 3-0 win over Al-Riyadh. Easy for you to say. Taawoun with a 1-0 away day win over Akhdoud. I went with the draw myself. Damac pulled off the stops 2-2 draw against Al-Fateh. I went with the 1-0 win myself. Ali, of course, continued their unbeaten 100% success rate with a 2-0 win over Al-Tai. I got a 3-0 win on that one myself. Al-Khaleej with a draw against Al-Hazem. And of course, Ronaldo's Nassr with a 4-0 win over Al-Shabab. That's, of course, the state to play there. I think if I want to add up my own, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 9. Less than 50% this week, but it's, of course, a crazy old week. And this is the state of play in the table. Like I said, Ittihad running away with it at the moment, yet to concede a goal. They look perfect, don't they? Averaging 3 goals a game right now. Ali up there in second spot, 4 wins out of 4 as well. A bit of a gap between themselves and third. And then, of course, at the bottom, Hazem, Shabab and Akhdoud at the moment. But it can all change in match number 5, and we're going to take a little look at those in a second. Of course, we do have our very own Super Brewski. That's right, not Super Brewski. It's our own prediction league, private prediction league. You and I, of course, going at it toe-to-toe. 4 was the magic number. And, of course, 4 have only got me 6th this week, with Talal running away with it with 8. Wow. Check him. Check his piss. Of course, where does that put Talal in the grand scheme of things? Well, Talal is playing catch-up a little bit. He's up to 8th right now after that stellar week. But JSPC running away with it. 21 points right now. Shane O'Donnell also in the mixer there. If you see your name, smash your thumbs up, of course. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. Of course, your one-stop shop for the Saudi Pro League continues, of course. And we continue right here, right now, with the next round of games, which, of course, coming at you from Friday. It is early, so be ready and raring to go, because I am going to throw them right at you right here, right now. Start, of course, from the top of the shop there with Fayha up against Al-Raed. Coming at you, played each other 12 times since 2016. We've got 3 wins for Fayha. I've got 6 wins for Al-Raed. I've got 3 draws, of course. At the moment, the biggest win for the host there, 4-2 win, scoring 12 goals in those 12 games, goal a game average. As for Raed, 3-0 was their biggest, 18 goals scored in those 12 games, 1.50 goals game ratio at the moment. Of course, the visitors, 13th for the table, 3 points on the board, just 1 win in 6 against Fayha, of course, who are 9th, 5 points on the board for them right now, 58% form for them over the last 6. Last time around over at the Al-Majima Sports City, it was a 1-1 draw back in May 2023. I got basic odds on this one. Basic odds go with the hosts, and of course, I'm going with the hosts as well. 2-1 win for them, 3 points in the bag. And up the table, they continue to go. Next up, we have these guys. It's Tai up against Abha Club. That's right, come at you same day, which is Friday, the 1st of September. They each other 6 times in 2018. Got 2 wins for the hosts, 3 for the visitors, and 1 draw right now. Of course, Tai with the 1-0 win, their biggest, scoring just 5 goals in those 6 games. We've got 0.83 goals game ratio. Up against Abha, who scores their biggest win, was a 2-1 win, just scoring 6 goals in the 6 games. That's a goal a game average. They're coming at you in 8th right now with 6 points on the board, with 2 wins at the first 4 games, 33% form for them over the last 6. Meanwhile, Tai down there in 14th spot right now, just 1 win this season, 3 points on the board, 33% form for them over the last 6 as well. Last time round, over the Prince Abdul Aziz bin Musid Stadium, of course, it was a 1-0 win for the host back in April coming at you as well. Basic odds once again, and they go with the hosts on this one. I think I'm going to go right down the middle. Yes, going with a draw here, point apiece, which of course will do nobody any good, really. Let's kick on forward to the next one. Is the Raed up against Akhdoud. That's right, coming at you on also the 1st of September. Played each other just twice. So 2-2, of course, a win apiece. Riyadh's win, it was a 2-1 win, scoring just 2 goals in those 2 games. 1 goal a game average. Up against Akhdoud, of course, 1 win as well. 3-0 it was. 4 goals scored in those 2 games. 2 goal a game average, of course. Akhdoud coming at you in 18th spot right now, just 1 point on the board. Of course, 25% form for them over the last 6. Meanwhile, Riyadh, of course, managed by Yannick Ferreira, 33% form for them. They're in 11th with 4 points on the board, but back-to-back defeats heading into this last time around over at the Prince Turki bin Abdulaziz Stadium. It was a 3-0 win for the away side, of course, and the bookies on this one. Fancy the hosts, though. Of course, they are favoured to win this game. Tight one here for me. Once again, going to go with a 0-0 draw on this one. Point split right down the middle. What do you think? Let me know down below. Then, of course, probably the game, if not the game of the weekend. It is Ittihad against Hilal, of course, a couple of the juggernauts. Of course, 32 times they played each other since 2011. We've got 5 wins for Ittihad, 19 wins for Hilal, 8 draws, of course. 2-0 win, the biggest for Ittihad. Scoring 36 goals in those 32 games, 1.13 goals game ratio. Up against Hilal, their biggest win, 4-1 win, scoring 62 goals in those 32 matches, 1.94 goals game ratio. Hilal are in 3rd right now, 10 points on the board, unbeaten this season, just 1 draw. 75% form for them over the last 6, though, heading into this game. Ittihad, of course, Champions, 4 wins on the bounce, 83% form for them at the moment. Of course, sit pretty in 1st, up against Hilal's 3rd. Last time around, they're over at the King Abdullah Sports City. It was a 3-1 win, for Hilal on the road. That was in the Champions Cup knockout stage. That was back in August this year. Wow. Last time I played each other in the league over in Ittihad. Of course, it was a 1-0 win for Hilal as well. Of course, that Hilal unbeaten against Ittihad over the last 6, picking up 5 wins and just 1 draw. And that draw was the back end of last season in Hilal. Goodness gracious me. The odds here quite tight on this one. Going to go with the wayside here. Hilal are fancied to get one over the Champions, but not me. I think the goals are going to be in this one. 3-2 win. Ittihad unbeaten, keep on rolling. I think they'll just get enough over the tank to get in the end there with a big 3-2 victory. Next up we have Shabab against Khaleej. That's right. I think that's into Sunday's games. Here we go. The 2nd of September. Played each other 10 times. So 2014, 6 wins for Shabab. We've got 2 wins for Khaleej. 2 draws, of course. Shabab are the biggest win. They're 4-0 wins. Scoring 18 goals in those 10 games, 1.8 goals game ratio. Against Khaleej, of course, their biggest win, 1-0 win, scoring 9 goals in those 10 games, 0.90 goals game ratio. Khaleej, though, 2 points so far this season. They're in 15th with 42% form for them. Against Shabab, of course, also in 17th spot with 2 points, also 33% form for them over the last 6 as well. Last time around over in Shabab in the King Fahd International Stadium, it was a 4-0 win for Shabab. That's back in October 2022. The bookies, they go with the host here. Shabab expected to win. I've gone with a not an 8-1. That's meant to be a 1-0. We're going to correct that with my big. You'll see it at the end here. That was not an 8-1 win. That's a 0. We all can't play Harrogate. That's a 0. You'll get it. You'll get it hopefully at the end. Aha, there we go. Next up we have Ettifaq up against Damac. That's right, coming at you also on Sunday. That's right. Big game this was, well, for Ettifaq to get back in the mix. Played each other 11 times to 2015. Got 5 wins for Ettifaq, 3 wins for Damac, 3 draws, of course. Biggest win for the host, that's Stevie G's boys. 3-0 win, of course. Scored 16 goals in 11 games, 1.45 goals game ratio. Up against the match, of course, their biggest win, 2-0 win, scoring 9 goals in those 11 games, 0.82 goals game ratio. Of course, the match coming into this in 12, 3 points on the board, 3 draws on the spin, 42% form for them over the last 6. Up against Ettifaq, of course, 75% form for them. They're in 5th with 7 points. Back-to-back games now without a win after their opening cocky start, I would imagine. Ettifaq, of course, did beat them last round, 2-0 win at home. The bookies have them favoured here to win this game, and I think I'm going to go with that as well. So we're going to go with the hosts on this one. 3-1 win, back to winning ways. And Stevie G can be happy about that one, then can't he? All right, then next up we have this one is Fateh up against Ali, of course, this coming Sunday as well. Fateh, of course, the hosts played each other 22 times since 2011. We got 4 wins for the hosts, 14 wins for the visitors. We got 4 draws, of course. Ali are red hot right now, of course. 4-1 win, the biggest for Fateh, scoring 21 goals in those 22 games, 0.95 goals game ratio. Up against, of course, Ali are in 2nd. They have a 5-0 win to the name, 48 goals scored in those 22 games, 2.18 goals a game ratio. 92% form for them as well at the minute, winning 5 on the bounce. Up against Al-Fateh, of course, who are in 10th, 5 points on the board. Just one defeat so far this season, but 67% form for them over the last 6. Last time around, they're over in the Prince Abdullah bin Jalal Stadium, Sports City. It was, of course, a 1-0 win for Ali. That was back in February 2022. The visitors are favoured here. They're strongly backed here, and I'm going to go with it as well. 2-0 win for them to take 3 points. And again, challenge for top honours because they're level with Ittihad at the moment. Of course, next up we have the final one, I believe. And it is, of course, Ronaldo's boys going to Hazem this weekend. I don't think it's the final. I think we've got one more after this. Played each other 6 times in 2018. Just 1 win for Hazem, 5 wins for Nassr. No draws, of course. Just 1-0 win was the biggest, the only win for Hazem. They scored 4 goals in those 6 games, 0.67 goals a game ratio. Up against Nassr, of course, 5-1 win the biggest, 16 goals scored in those 6 games, 2.67 goals a game ratio. Nassr are in 6th right now, 6 points on the board, 3 wins on the bounce in all competitions, 67% form for them over the last 6. Hazem are in 60th, 2 points on the board thus far, 42% form for them over the last 6 as well, just 1 win in 6. Last time around over at the Al-Hazem Club Stadium, it was a 4-1 win for Nassr. That's back in June 2022. Of course, the visitors are overwhelmingly favoured here. Of course, Hazem, you would touch them in the barge pole. And I'm going to go once again a quite comfortable scoreline, 3-0 in the end. And Nassr are cooking indeed. And I think this is the last one. It's Al-Taawoun up against Al-Wehda. I think these are my boys, that's right. If I have a boys, it's these guys. Of course, played each other 15 times in 2012. 9 wins to Taawoun, 3 wins for Wehda, 3 draws, of course. Taawoun, 90% form for them right now, winning 5 of the last 6. They're in 4th right now. The biggest win over Wehda, 3-0 win, scoring 26 goals in those 15 games, 1.73 goals game ratio. Up against Wehda, they've won 3 times in 15, scored 2-1 was the biggest, 14 goals scored in 50 games, 0.93 goals game ratio. They're in 7th right now, 6 points on the board, 33% form for them at the minute, 2 wins of the last 6. Last time around over in Taawoun, the King Abdullah Sports City Stadium, it was a 2-0 win for Taawoun as well, who are unbeaten over Wehda over the last 4. The odds go in favour for the hosts here. Taawoun are favoured. Unfortunately, I'm going with them as well. 2-0 win for them over my boys, Wehda, who are minnows compared to some of these juggernauts over in the SPL. And there's of course, my match number 5 predictions is all their glory. Make sure you take a snapshot. Of course, get your predictions in as well. Free to enter. And of course, the table will look like this with Ittihad and Ali 100% so far with 5 wins out of 5. And of course, Taawoun making a big old move up to 3rd with Akhdoud, Khaleej and Hazem going down right now. So, of course, it's still early days. Don't forget get the prediction in. Cut the /Saudi Pro, 100% free. And, of course, I'll see you back around when we come back around indeed for match number 6, which will be after the international break. But until then, guys, subscribe, thumbs up, hit the little bell. We'll see you soon for the next one.